rolling? Yeah, I think we're rolling. Okay. We're rolling. Oh. Good morning. Well, at least if you're in Pacific time, here we are, 10 a.m. with a little Tartanic going on. And just to, before we get started with, Ethan all tuned up, Nico ready to beat the heck out of these skins. So we just like to give a warning that you should not have any glitches or interference during this performance. We figured we'd throw, a good bunch of tunes at you, maybe a little chat, some jokes, whatnot for our time this morning. But if you do experience interference, it may be canine interference. We have the lovely Inara, and you saw in our post, if you're logging in right now, then hopefully you got the news in the past couple days that we're even doing this. The lovely Lily, our Boston Terrier, is here. That's Ethan's little puppy. And we have Bear, who's really, you can't see him now, but he may wander onto the screen. If there's some barking during the bagpipes, just think of it as nature happening in real time. So, ladies and gentlemen, last, we thought we'd kick things off, get everyone bouncing and clapping this morning. Whether you're self-quarantining, whether you're quarantining others, whether you're just living in the crawl space in someone else's basement like a parasite, we understand. That's a Hollywood joke. Anyways, we thought we'd open with a little set of jigs. That is, if you guys are ready for this. Around your living space, your kitchen, maybe your backyard, throwing sticks for your pups as well. But for those of you here, here's a little tune we like to call Mad Dog's Triple. loud enough for anyone tuning in and listening that we can get a little louder for the microphone there. Maybe a little bigger, you know, if you're watching us on a big screen, tablet, cell phone, what have you, we suggest for the Easter eggs in our music, there are headphones available too, Bluetooth it, and if you do have like a large subwoofer there, you know, like other people with subwoofers are envious of your ability to be all about that bass, then feel free to put your speakers in the window there. And since we're sharing this music this morning, again, those of you who are donating to our coffee account, the link is in the comments. It's not an obligation, but we always appreciate your support, bringing you at least 2 programs a week. We have a brand new music video for a worldwide debut coming next Saturday. And for this coming Wednesday, who the hell knows? We're still sort of working on it. So ladies and gentlemen, lads, lasses, the Master Piping is brought to you by none other than Master Piper Ethan Crownover McCracken! That's all right, save your applause. We can't hear you anyway. I know, thank you for the bark there. That was perfect timing.
You know, you guys remember when you had that much energy in the morning? Because I don't.
You're right.
I'm not a morning person.
Well, you know,
this is how you know I love you.
We make coffee every morning in a little French press, and we usually dump out the grounds on the front porch in this little space where the hose is right there. And so yesterday, this is just yesterday, little Lily, the Boston Terrier, we've been throwing the stick. She's panting, a bit thirsty, and in that area, it's just full of coffee grounds. But in Arizona, here in Payson, the hose is coiled in the sun. So you've got to let the water run for a bit, otherwise it's blistering hot till the cold water gets flowing, and that's what we put in the dog dish. Well, while that time was taking place, Lily is trying to, because I'm putting the water in the same place with the coffee grounds, building up a little super caffeinated puddle, and she went to go drink that. And we couldn't let her. We got out duct tape and zip ties just to stop that from happening, because Lily's got to be the most, high energy ADD dog leaper. She can leap like a 4-foot fence, even being the tiny little package of love that she is. So we just like to say, for those who are pet owners, I hope during this weird time with the virus and all, you're not just taking that time for your own sanity, but remember, the more insane you get, the more insane your fur babies will get. So bring them out, make them like bagpipes, live out loud, live a little. So this morning, should we bring it down or keep it up? I don't know. If you want us to bring it down or bring it down, keep it up. Keep it up? Fanny says keep it up.
All right.
So let me grab a sip more caffeine here. And we shook up our order, but I think we can still stay on track if we do maybe a little rock monster.
I think so.
Yeah. So for those of you tuning in, this is, whether you're donating or buying coffee this morning or not, our CDs are always available. This next tune coming to you from our universal CD that we like to call Rock Monster. If you and your neighbors are ready to rock. that calls for a wee water break. I wish, being in kilts up here, that there was a little bit more breeze this morning. So for those of you here, well, I'm trying to look at the, how many? 700 viewers right now. Awake this early. Well, unless you're in a later time zone. We find ourselves, since Arizona does not observe daylight savings time, we're like the earliest time zone. So for those of you needing a bagpipe alarm clock, I'm sorry we're a little late. Hey, Bear. Get some booty there, Bear. Oh, you know, bear booty is the best. Never mind, that came out all wrong. That came out all wrong. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're liking the music, over the past 10 years, we're lucky enough from you, our fans, to always be mentioned in the top 3, top 5 of the Renaissance Festival entertainment podcast and whatnot. Thank you for making us feel like some Renaissance rock stars. Even during this moment, we may not be at your fair. You know, the seasons seem to shake up every year. For those of you that travel to different places, it means a lot and really messes with our heads, seeing you in different states and fairs. But if you're a fan and you've never seen us live, this is that opportunity. Welcome. Since we can't, you know, go to a fair right now, we're keeping our quarantine distance since we haven't left here since March 23rd. I know! And we've been here a whole month, maybe a month to go, and hopefully we'll get to see Colorado. We're all staying tuned to see what's going to be open and not open. But right now, for you guys with open minds, we thought we'd share a little tune that we haven't played really since 2008, you know, and the seasons then. So we're reaching back into a little Tartanic past. You can find this set on our Unleashed CD, and I think it's on Uncivilized as well. It's a little tune set called Stand Fast, but then we're going to back that up with a tune known as the High Drive. check out the moves like Jagger. You know, that reminds me of that, you know that terrible Scottish joke that involves the Rolling Stones?
Lily doesn't like that one.
Lily doesn't like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I like it.
What's the difference between the Rolling Stones and a Scotsman?
What?
Well, the Rolling Stones say, hey, you, get off of my cloud. And the Scotsman would say, hey, McLeod, get off of my you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's an old one. That's an old one.
You know what they have in common, though? They both have to decide what kind of world they're going to leave for Keith Richards.
That's true, that's true. I think, despite it all, our litmus test should not be antibodies or disinfectant. We should just pay attention. As long as Keith Richards is still kicking, we'll all be fine. We'll all be fine. We grab a wee bit of water. Those of you staying hydrated, you should. You're welcome. You know, and if you have a drinking problem, you know, we understand. It can get really nasty, a bit messy now and then. I still do not have gills. I try to test it every few weeks, and still no gills.
You got to do it
Still
every
no
once in a
gills.
while to remind yourself you can't actually breathe that.
Right, right. So, if you've been tuning into our videos, the AMAs, the drive-by here in Payson, Arizona, and well, you'll love our upcoming video. Our own Fish McCracken, who takes care of our t-shirts. And I know a lot of you are asking, can we get the t-shirts online? We're still working on the online merchant account and how to do that. I know some of you may have lots of suggestions. We'd like to be able to link it not only to our Facebook, but finally update our website, tartanic.net, you know, which hasn't been updated in almost maybe 3 years, something like that. But the videos and the information and the CDs, of course, everything is still live, gives you links for that purchase. And those of you making a coffee donation, ko-fi.com/Tartanic. Thank you for the generosity. It has kept us here. We have not been evicted out of Payson yet due to your support. So far, I think all of us have shed a few pounds, working hard with our artist collective here. But so far, we haven't gone hungry. We have visited our local food bank. And for those of you who have your stores are aplenty, you're not old Mother Hubbard, find out in your community.
I'm running out of belt holes.
Belt holes, yeah. Find out in your community who may be in need. If you've got extra toilet paper, share it. Mail it to Tartanic. You know, or, you know, seriously, we're all trying to, this has brought people together in a way that we haven't. I'm not trying to get on a soapbox, but thank you for getting together now. And during any other Saturday, we'd be out at a fair, and only some of you might be going Facebook Live. Now we have the opportunity to finally go Facebook Live, since we could never carry cell phones in the Renaissance era. So for those of you supporting the efforts from the Sherwood Forest Fair, some of the fairs who have delayed, we'll be supporting Digital Ren Fair, Fair Relief 2020, and Sherwood Forest Virtual Fair. So if you're looking around Facebook, we'll be taking that down. So ladies and gentlemen, if you've been a long time fan, this is a big hit, briefcase number 1. We are.
Yeah.
So those of you collectively, this is our voice thing.
This is our one
I know
of our favorites.
It's got kindling and firewood in it for the chimney. This is one of our tip baskets for doing the show. But if you are donating virtually, we'll just, put this near the camera there. So feel free to throw money at your phone, your screen, your tablet. And this is the piece, latest and greatest, right? Coming to you from our Uncharted CD, over 57 minutes of epic. This little set we like to call Zito Ian. Those of you tuning in, stay tuned. This coming Wednesday, more to come from Tartanic. This coming Saturday, and in between, we thought of doing some silly stuff. We haven't posted it or even given you a coming attraction yet, but those of you staying tuned to us every week, supporting, sharing the post, even if you're donating or not, it means the world to us. And from Tartanic to you, thank you!